Hey guys, it's getting kind of late in the season, and I wanted to show you something with my peppers. I just want to get right into it. What I did here is I companion planted my peppers and basil together along with marigolds, and I just want to kind of show you the results of that, and I want to take you in close. Now I should mention, about a week ago I went through and I harvested all of my peppers that were ripe. So we're not going to see a lot of peppers, but already I've got another big red bell pepper ripening up, and there's more setting fruit, and there's more flowers starting. So those are red sweet bell peppers, and then I have some basil. Now I got two different varieties of basil. Don't know what they are because they're just seeds I saved from some basil that was in the garden last year. But one has a really kind of a ruffled leaf and it's thicker and denser, and one is more sparse with thin narrow leaves. The marigolds are doing real good in here. And then here I have some habanero peppers kind of hidden down in here. You can see some, hopefully you can see those starting down in there. And they got a lot more flowers on them as well. There's some more habanero. I got little peppers all over them, and like I said, I went through a week ago and harvested all these peppers. More habaneros here. And what this is this is basically a square foot garden. I planted these plants, the pepper plants, so that the leaves of one plant would be touching the leaves of the next, and that's to help retain moisture. And then I just broadcast sowed, just threw them on the ground, all these basil and marigold seeds, and a few sprung up in between and kind of filled in the gaps. These are cherry bombs. I hope it's not too windy, but I picked all of these, and they're already, it's a week later and they're already setting all kinds of new fruit. They're kind of hid down in there. And the marigolds, again, they're just doing really good. Try and get back a little bit so you can see the whole view here. But this is just one little 3 to 4 foot wide by 10 to 12 foot long bed. And I just planted it real densely. Little calico peppers. They didn't grow very big, but they put on a lot of little peppers. And these are supposed to be Trinidad scorpion. To me they look just like a habanero though, but I guess time will tell. I think that's it for this bed. Oh well, wait a minute, I did it over here as well. Now this bed is California Wonder bell peppers, and the basil didn't, well, actually it didn't grow at all in this bed. Only the marigolds did, and these peppers aren't doing as well as the peppers that have the basil growing in with them. I mean, even over here, this is my worst bed of peppers because it's towards the edge of the garden, and this wasn't my garden last year, so it didn't get any organic matter mixed in or anything. But I mean, if you look, like right in here, there isn't much basil. There's a couple small basil plants that really didn't take off, and these peppers are kind of sparse, especially that one. But if we get over here, these peppers are doing really good, and there's a nice basil plant in the middle there. There's a real nice basil plant there. And hidden under this goosefoot and amaranth is another basil. So I think there's companion planting the basil and peppers definitely makes a difference. This is the first year I've done it, and it was easy to do. I started all my peppers from seeds indoors, and then I transplanted them out once it got warm enough after the frost. And then after I transplanted them, I just broadcast sowed all those marigold and basil seeds on the surface. And as it rained and as I picked weeds, the dirt was kind of turned up somewhat naturally, and the basil and marigolds just grew on their own, and that's the result. I figured I'd post it. I'm definitely going to do it next year. I'm going to be planting basil with all my peppers, because it appears to be working to me. I've harvested more peppers from this bed than any of the others, and it's got the most basil growing in it, and the plants are the densest, so it would require less water. I can't really say much on the watering as far as the square foot gardening with the close plant spacing and not needing to water as much, because this year we've had so much rain that I haven't had to water at all whatsoever. But I'm sure, like in a hot year, it would retain the moisture better with that close plant spacing, and wouldn't require as much water. The plants wouldn't get dried out. But it's just kind of a getting towards the end of the season garden video. I wanted to show some of the results of some of the different things I tried, and that was one of them, companion planting peppers and basil. So thanks for watching, and thanks for all the comments and support.